everyone, it's me, Neita, and welcome back to my channel. Today is week 2 of our grocery and meal planning for a busy work week. Today we're gonna be meal planning and going grocery shopping because as a busy mom who homeschools and runs a business from her home full-time, I don't have much time to cook. So meal planning is one thing that really helps save me time, making sure that I save money on my grocery budget. So I'm doing this challenge right now, only spending $200 a week on groceries for a family of 4. Last week it was a breeze, super easy. We were able to get a bunch of yummy meals that were satiating and pretty healthy. There are a few meals that were a little bit of a cheat, but for the most part, all the meals were pretty healthy. We were able to have some leftovers from that week as well from the grocery shopping, and I only spent $170 at the grocery store last week, so I was able to save $30 on groceries, which I will be setting that money aside for any future purchases that I need to make for groceries, or just use it as a saving fund to buy, hopefully, a new car in the future. So before we go grocery shopping, one thing that I like to do is look at everything that I have in my pantry and in my deep freezer and kind of shop from there and plan my meals around things that I already have. So basically I pulled out everything from my freezer and my pantry to show you guys what I have that I plan on using for this week's meals. And then I also made a list of all the supplies I'll need to make all of my meals for the week. So let's review everything that I have and then let's go grocery shopping. So last night I actually spent some time typing up a meal plan. I feel like this was way easier to help me plan out and feel so much more organized, and now I really know what I need to get at the grocery store and what I don't need to get at the grocery store. So I went through my pantry and through my freezer and fridge and pulled out everything that we have to make these meals. Now before I even planned this out, I already had an idea of what items I had. So we have apples as a snack. We weren't able to finish the apples that we purchased last week, but I am gonna buy another bag when we do go to the store. We still have some cheese sticks left over, but I wanna get another flavor. I wanna get the Colby Jack cheese sticks because we went through those pretty quickly, but we still are good on the string cheese. I need to get another bag of shredded cheese because this will probably maybe make one of the enchilada dishes that I want to make. So I will need to get more cheese from the grocery store. And then I also found these 2 packages of mashed potatoes in my pantry. So I pulled these out. We'll use these as a side for 2 of our dinners. Then I also went through my freezer. We have like this bag of hamburger patties and a little bag left of French fries. So we're gonna do hamburgers and French fries one night. I also went through my deep freezer and found a bag of chicken tenderloins, which we'll use for our crispy chicken. When I was going through the freezer too, I found this bag of frozen bananas. So I pulled these out because I could use these for the banana muffins. And then there's so many, I might even make a banana bread as well. Then for baking, I already have flour, sugar. I do have brown sugar too. If one of the other recipes needs it, I have it. I have all the baking soda, baking powder. And then for breakfast, I'm gonna be making muffins, or not muffins, I'm gonna be making waffles and pancake sausage muffins. So I'll be able to use this bag of pancake mix for both of those recipes. I also have an open bag of these little sausage links. So those will work perfect. And then I have a thing of eggs. I bought these last week and I already had like 1 carton that only had like 1 egg left. And I used that egg for the baking that I did last week and I didn't need to touch any of these eggs. So I wanna make sure that I use these eggs up this week. So I'll be doing a lot of baking, and then the crispy chicken will also need eggs as well. So we'll be using that for baking and for some of our dinners. I also found a can of pineapple in my pantry. So I think I'm gonna do like a teriyaki pineapple dish over rice. That would be so good. And then I found a can of corn. I like to put corn on my green enchiladas, so we'll be able to use that for one of the enchilada dishes. And then for the enchiladas, we're gonna be using that rotisserie chicken that I cooked in my last video. I had 1 rotisserie chicken left over that I purchased, so we have a decent sized amount of meat, so we'll be using that for the enchiladas. And then for the bean burritos for the week, we prepped a lot of refried beans, so we are good on beans. And if I need to cook more, which I probably will, I have this giant container of pinto beans, and then I also have this big bag of rice. So one thing that I like to do when it fits into my budget is I like to buy things in bulk. I like to buy rice, my oats, and my beans all in bulk from WinCo, or you can get those items as well from Costco. So I totally recommend, you know, when you're able to buy items in bulk that will last a long time as well. So for example, I have $30 left over from last week for some reason, if I needed to restock on a bag of rice or a bag of potatoes or a bag of oats, that $30 would go towards that. So I'm saving that extra $30 just in case I do need to restock on rice or beans or any of oats. For right now, I think I am good on having to purchase anything like that because I have a lot already stored and put away. I also forgot to mention that I will be making granola again. So I will be using some oats that I also have in the pantry. Again, I buy those in bulk. So I have a ton of oats that I need to go through. So we're gonna be eating granola a lot throughout this week and probably for the future weeks, but it's okay because it's so tasty with some Greek yogurt. You can do it as a cereal with some diced up fruit. It is so yummy. And each week you can make it different. You could add raisins, you can add chocolate. There's so many different ways that you can meal prep granola, so you can spice it up and make it different each week so you don't get too tired of it. So that is what I have for the week. Now I have my grocery list. So for our groceries this week, it's pretty small because we already have so much already that I don't think I'm gonna have to spend my full $200 budget. I think I'm going to be able to save that for any future purchases. I'm also gonna be giving up one of the hardest things ever because it's definitely not gonna fit into our budget. But we are very busy business owners and we survive off energy drinks. And we already had 2 big cases because we would buy them off Amazon for like 25 bucks for like a 12 pack. And we would just drink those, probably like 1, sometimes 2 a day, sometimes even 3 a day, depending on how busy we were with work. And they just are so unhealthy for you and expensive too. So we do have a coffee maker. So I am gonna be purchasing some coffee creamer and oat milk to be able to make coffee at home. And something else that I really love to do with my coffee is to add it with some protein and do like a protein iced coffee. It is so good. I'll definitely show you guys how I make those in this video because it's a good add-on to whatever meal you're eating. So if you're eating like say waffles, and waffles don't have like a ton of protein in them, so if you still want to get that protein in the morning, having an iced coffee with some protein powder is a good way to get that protein in. All right, so that is everything for this portion of the video. Let's go shopping now and let's grab all these items from the grocery store and let's see if we can find any other deals as well that we may want to stock up on for next week or plan ahead for next week if we see any killer deals. But for the most part, I'm going to try and stick to the list. But if there's like some crazy deal on meat or something else, I might snag it and put it in our freezer to prepare for next week's meals. Okay guys, so we are at WinCo. Hopefully it's not too crazy busy. Feel really weird filming while grocery shopping. Hopefully it's not too loud as well. And now you're able to hear me okay. So the WinCo I usually go to is always packed. And it like gives me the worst anxiety. That is currently the Super Bowl right now, so I'm hoping that everybody is at home watching the game and not shopping right now, but it kind of, everyone seems to be here. So whenever I come shopping here, I like to, this like first entrance at WinCo, I like to try and stop and snag whatever is on the shelves here so I don't forget it when I'm shopping. But I'm pretty sure I am stocked up on all of these ingredients. Oh, here's tortillas actually. So here is 20 soft tortillas. I think that's good for now. I think I was gonna get 2 packs, but I think 20 is more than enough. I got the bag of cheese. This is $6.98. Strawberries are $2.97 and they look okay. I'm just gonna get 1 pack. I usually don't eat strawberries, but my kids do. Here are the apple prices. For this week, I'm gonna go for the Red Delicious. These are $3.48. The Gala apples that I got last week, they just did not taste very good. So I'm gonna try a different type of apple this week. Thing of iceberg lettuce. This is $1.28. That is pretty good. This week I think I'm gonna go for the 5-pound carrots because I do want to cut those up and prep those for snacks. That whole bag is only $3.48. I also got a thing of celery. I just got like a normal size stock of it. It is so busy in this area. Last week we went through our bananas really quickly, so I'm gonna get 2 big batches of these. And then I just need to get a bag of onions, and I think that'll be it for produce. This 3-pound bag of onions is only $1.98. And that will usually outlast me for about a week, possibly 2 weeks. Now, I don't need any bulk items, but I want to show you guys how much the bulk items cost here at WinCo, just to give you guys an idea if buying in bulk is something that's more beneficial to you. So here is the bulk section here at WinCo. They have lentils for about $27 for a 25-pound bag. I'm not a big fan of lentils, so I usually don't get those. But they have green split peas, red lentils, black-eyed peas. They have rice. They have this rice for long grain rice for only $20.88. Pinto beans, this is what I always get. This is only $21 for a 25-pound bag. And then for oats, they have the still cut oats for $18.58 for a 25-pound bag. And just for some rolled oats, old-fashioned oats, I mean, those are only $18.28. They also have this section too for other bulk items. I typically don't shop in this section. I usually just gravitate towards the rice, the beans, and the oats. Okay, so luckily I don't need any of that, but as you can see, that's not too badly priced for buying those items in bulk. You're able to get a lot and it lasts you like forever. Okay, so now we're gonna go look at the meats. I'm mostly sticking towards ground pork and chicken. Beef isn't really in our budget for this week, so we're gonna stay away from any beef. They do have the ground beef chub for only $3.98. That's not too bad. I think I might just grab one of these just as like a backup option, just in case I want to switch it up for the week for the meats. So they have pork spare ribs for only $2.98. I'm not a big fan of cooking ribs, even though I love to eat ribs. I'm just not a fan of cooking them. So that would be something my husband would have to cook. All right, so we're looking at the chicken. I have a bag of frozen tenderloins at home, so I don't need to get that. What I'm thinking of getting is getting some drumsticks. Those are usually the cheapest. So these are only $1.27 a pound for this big container or this big batch. It's only $6.74. Now, a whole chicken wasn't on my list, but I'm gonna get one anyways. This little one's only $8.39. So I can get one of these and meal prep it and shred the chicken and just freeze it, and I can have chicken ready to go for another meal. Now, something else that I want to get that's more of like a splurge item is the boneless chicken thighs. You can get it with the skin and the bone for a little bit cheaper, but for me, for convenience, it's not that much more. I'd rather just get it all ready to go. Now, I think I'm gonna get a thing of ground pork. I really don't need to get it because I got this ground beef. But just to be safe, and I can always freeze the ground beef for a later option. So let's go over here to the pork section. I had this last week. I made a pretty yummy meal. Man, this is so affordable. So this 1 pound of ground beef was like $3.98, I believe. For this 2-pound container of pork, it is only $6.96. So this is way more affordable. So I got all of this meat. Whatever I don't use, I could freeze for later meals. Okay, so let's get out of this meat department and let's go down one of these quieter aisles and let's check my list and see what else we need to get. Look how cute my bag is. It's a little bat coffin bag. I love this thing. And I do apologize for the angle of this camera. I just don't feel confident enough putting it up on a shelf. But okay, so I still need to get tortillas, or I still need to get corn tortillas, cheese sticks, taco seasoning, Greek yogurt, mini chocolate chips, bread, Italian breadcrumbs, hamburger buns, enchilada sauce, teriyaki sauce, coffee creamer, and oat milk. So right now I'm on the coffee aisle, which I don't need to be here. I have coffee at home. But let's go to the aisle that has tortillas. My kids really love these like little snack bars. I'm thinking I can make these at home pretty easily. These are $2.96 and you get 10 granola bars, but I'm gonna try and make those at home, I think. I need to get chocolate chips, but the aisle is way too busy. Okay, up here are the breadcrumbs. Usually I'll get the Italian breadcrumbs, but for some reason I'm not seeing them. So I'm just gonna get these seasoned breadcrumbs, and hopefully these taste okay. Hopefully my camera is staying in focus. It kind of looks blurry on my end, so if it's blurry, I do apologize. Okay, so now we're here at the condiments section. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not seeing any Kinders. Oh, there it is. So these are like my two go-to for teriyaki sauces. I love the Japanese barbecue sauce and then the Kinder's teriyaki sauce. This one's $2.98. This one is a little bit more expensive. This one is $7 almost. I'm gonna get both of them. All right, for seasonings, if you ever need to stock up for seasonings, I really love using this brand and getting it in bulk. It's only $7.52 and it literally lasts you forever. It also comes in different flavors. It has a tomato-based one that I usually use for my Mexican rice. I'm not seeing it over here. Also too, if you don't want to buy spices in bulk too, if you come over to the Mexican aisle, they have all the spices in smaller quantities at a much more affordable price. So if you don't want to have to spend a big batch of money on seasoning, I definitely recommend those little smaller packs. All right, now I'm gonna grab some corn tortillas. I'm gonna grab the biggest stack that they have. That will last us for a while. Okay, then you go to the banking aisle and grab some chocolate chips. We'll see if it's less crowded now, but oh my God, guys, it is crazy in here. Okay, I got the semi-sweet chocolate chips. Now when shopping on a budget, I stay away from the cereal aisle, any of the pre-packaged, sorry, go ahead. Thank you. I stay away from any of the pre-packaged meals or pre-packaged snacks because that's where you'll spend a whole lot of money when you don't need to. I grab my Colby Jack cheese. You still have string cheese at home. All right, I need some coffee creamer. I have almond milk at home, but I'm not a big fan of almond milk. I prefer oat milk. So I'm gonna see what they have here. Ooh. They have a caramel macchiato for only $2.76. That's not bad. They have my Planet oat milk creamer that I really like. That's $3.77. I think I'm just gonna go with this one for now. And I think I'm gonna be good, and I'm gonna stick with the almond milk that I have at home. Just use that up, and then the next time I go grocery shopping, I can snag some of the oat milk that I like. My husband requested just a big container of plain vanilla Greek yogurt to make smoothies. I personally love WinCo's Greek yogurt. The macros are really good and the price is really good as well. These are only 76 cents and the black cherry one is my favorite one. So I got a bunch of those because we really do like to snack on those. Okay, I'm gonna look at the frozen veggies, I think, or possibly even the frozen pizzas. Don't really want to spend money on the pizzas, but sometimes when my kids want something, it's really easy just to throw something in the oven. Holy cow, these are only 98 cents. Am I seeing that right? Yeah, these lately have been like $3 a piece. So I'm gonna grab 2 of these. I feel like I should grab more because I never get them at 98 cents. I never get them at that price. So that's kind of crazy. Hopefully, I don't regret not purchasing those, but I feel like 2 for now should be okay. Now we have frozen veggies at home, so I'm just gonna take a peek. I really don't need anything. Nothing's really on sale for those. So I'm gonna skip the frozen veggies. So the last thing that I need to purchase is some bread, just as a backup snack or as a backup meal. And then guys, let's look at these eggs. This is insane, guys. A 5 dozen medium eggs because of the egg shortage. $36.98, $37. That's insane. I remember only back probably like last year, maybe a couple months ago, I was spending $15, maybe $20 on eggs, but now $37. That's insane. All right, I'm looking for hamburger buns. I'm gonna get the WinCo brand. Just some basic buns to make burgers for tonight. I'm gonna do that for 2 nights of the meals. And then I'm gonna get some sandwich bread. My favorite is buttermilk. This is $2.55. I do wanna learn how to make my own bread though. This will be a heck of a lot cheaper. I'm thinking I'm also gonna grab one of these loaves too. These are only $1.38 and I like to do like the little Uncrustable sandwiches. I like to make those at home myself. So I think I'm gonna meal prep some sandwiches too, just as like a backup snack for the kids, and just have those ready to go in the freezer. Another snack that I don't have to worry about having to make for them while I'm working or doing any type of homeschool work with them. If they are hungry and they want a little snack, I can just tell them to get an Uncrustable or a homemade Uncrustable out of the fridge. I was just gonna get in line to check out, but I was reviewing my list and I forgot one thing. I need to get green and red enchilada sauce. So, and I was just on that aisle too. It was so crazy busy over there, so hopefully it died down a little bit. Okay, so we secured the enchilada sauce. Oh, I was talking about these taco shells. See if they have them. I think they're all out here. But they're pretty much basically like this, with these little orange taco shells. My kids love those. They're so good. I don't see them over here. Wait. One. These are $2.98. I'm gonna throw them in because I got that ground beef and we have that chicken. Just in case one night I'm like, I don't want to fry up any tortilla shells, I have those ready to go. So those were an add-on. You didn't need to add those on. But overall, I stuck to the grocery list. I probably got like 3 or 4 additional things that were on the list, but that's okay. We need them anyways as like a backup option. And hopefully I'm talking loud enough for you guys. I don't want to talk too loud. People are probably looking at me crazy, wondering who I am talking to. But the lines here are crazy right now. I think everyone had the same idea as me that we should go shopping during the Super Bowl because it wouldn't be busy, but psych. It is probably busier than it was last weekend I was here. Okay, so here's everything that we got in our cart. It's not completely full. We didn't really need that much. But let's see if I kept it under $200. I'm pretty sure I did, but we'll see. Okay, so we're back from the grocery store. Let's review everything we got and how much everything cost. I am a little bummed out. For 2 of the night's dinners, we were supposed to have barbecue pork, and guess what? I forgot to get pork. So we are down a meat, but luckily I got that extra thing of ground beef, so that should hold us over, and we got the rotisserie as well. So I think we'll be okay on meat. If not, I'm gonna show you guys how much I spent. I still have money in my budget to be able to go pick up additional items if I need to. So for this entire spread of food, we only spent $121.47. So we still have about $80 more that we could potentially spend on groceries if we need to. So if I was low on any of those rice or beans or any of the oats, today's grocery haul would have been a great opportunity to stock up on those items. Luckily, we are pretty much good to go for probably another month on rice, beans, and oats. That I don't need to purchase any of those. So let's pick through everything that we purchased, and then I'll talk about the meals again, what we're gonna be using for those ingredients. So let's start out with the meat. So we got 2 pounds of the ground pork. This was $6.96, a really good deal. I'm gonna be doing a teriyaki pork with pineapple and rice. I'm so excited to make this dish. I'm so looking forward to it. I also got the boneless, skinless chicken thigh fillets. We'll probably use these for, I don't know, tacos. Where's my meal planner? Where's my meal planning sheet? Where'd it go? I lost my meal planning paper, but I got this. I forgot what I'm gonna use this for, but we'll figure out something for one of these meals. I also have these chicken drumsticks. These were only $6.74. I'm either gonna do barbecue with these, or maybe do half barbecue, half of like the breaded chicken, because I also got these breaded seasoned breadcrumbs. So I could do half and half for that, or I can even use those breadcrumbs for these. I also have tenderloins too that are frozen that I'm thinking I'm gonna make like little chicken strips for the kids to snack on, or use those for some meals for the week. We also got this thing of ground beef. This was totally like a splurge and a last minute thing, but I just got it anyways, just in case. We also got another rotisserie chicken. This was only $8.39, so that can be meal prepped for any meals for the week, just in case we switch anything out. I got onions, apples. These Tostino's pizza were only 98 cents. Those were a really good deal. I wasn't planning on getting any frozen meals, but these were too good of a deal. I honestly kind of regret not getting more, because these usually go for like $2.50, $3.50 at my grocery store, but these were only 98 cents today. I restocked on some taco seasoning. I literally use taco seasoning to season everything. Like it's like the perfect seasoning because it has like everything you need in one. So I use it for everything basically. Some more chocolate chips, some caramel macchiato creamer. We got this enchilada sauce, a little splurge on these nacho cheese shells, just in case I'm too tired and I don't want to fry any tortillas or warm up any flour tortillas. I could just throw those in the oven for 5 minutes and they're ready to go. I also got hamburger buns, some basic buttermilk bread, and then I got this loaf of bread as a little splurge. Not really a splurge, but it wasn't on my list, but I plan on making Uncrustable sandwiches and freezing them and having those ready for the kids if they want like an additional snack or want that for lunch instead of the bean burritos. I stocked up on some teriyaki sauce since we go through this quite often. Restocked on Kobe Jack cheese, got another bag of a blended Mexican style cheese because we're gonna be making enchiladas and we eat tacos and a lot of Mexican dishes throughout the week, so we love this shredded cheese. We got 2 bundles of bananas because we went through bananas last week fairly quickly. I got some celery and carrot sticks to snack on, but also I love using those when flavoring and seasoning my rotisserie chickens. It adds a ton of flavor. A whole head of lettuce. This lasted us a whole week and we were able to make multiple dishes with this. So we'll be using this head of lettuce as like a topping for the enchiladas. For any tacos that we make, we'll use that as a topping. And anything else that we potentially may use it for, I can't think of anything else at the moment. But we also got the Greek yogurt. We got a big jug of just basic vanilla to make some smoothies for my husband. And then we just got a variety of different flavors of the WinCo brand of Greek yogurt. I really love the black cherry. Their yogurt is very affordable and the macros on it are actually really good. So I got some of these because I will be meal planning or meal prepping granola to be able to eat with this. So we're gonna have a lot of meal prepping ahead of us for this week. I'm actually not gonna do it in this video. I feel like this video is super long already, so there will be a part 2 to this video. I will be showing you guys a meal prep video and then also what I eat throughout the week with this budget. So we only spent $121 this week, so that's cheaper than what we spent last week. Last week we spent $170. This week we only spent $122-ish. So that's gonna be $80 set aside to my little grocery fund. So we had $30 of savings last week, $80 of savings this week. So we're off to a really good start with our grocery savings. With only using a $200 budget, I feel like for my family it is so doable. I do work from home, so I do have that privilege of being able to cook at home, but because I work at home and I do homeschooling from home, I'm busy throughout the day. So having my breakfasts, snacks, and lunches already planned and already prepped makes my life so much easier when having to balance this really hectic schedule of mine. Dinners, for the most part, they're already planned. Hopefully I'll have a lot of the stuff prepped for the dinner, so when it's time to cook dinner, it'll be a really fast cooking time. That's my goal for this week. Last week we did great. This week I feel like we're off to a really good start. We'll see once we start running out of those staples of the beans, the rice, and the oats. We'll see how difficult things get if we're able to still stick to this budget. If not, we have a grocery savings of how much is that? $110, I believe. 80 plus 30, $110. So we have $110 in our food fund. So for some reason, if things get a little bit more tricky next week, we have $130 to be able to use towards next week's groceries. But I think we're gonna be okay. I think we're gonna be able to do just as good next week as well. Maybe even better, because now I'm like really getting the hang of it. And even though I missed out and forgot the pork for the barbecue pulled pork that I wanted to do for 2 of the dinners tonight for this week, I still think the meat that I got, I'm gonna be able to still work with it and still come up with some yummy food and get us through the week. If not, I still have that rotisserie chicken that I cooked last week in the fridge. I'm gonna be using those for the enchiladas, but I'm gonna be doing 2 big platters of it. So I think we're gonna be okay on food. But make sure to like this video, guys. I plan on posting more food hauls and grocery shopping videos. I know my channel primarily is about business and crafting, but one thing as a small business owner, you really have to be conscious and aware of where all your funds are going and where your money is going. And for my family, we spend absolutely way too much money on fast food and just eating a lot of processed foods. So I just want to be more conscious now and be very like smarter with my money, because the money that I'm saving with buying groceries, I can put that towards my business and expanding my business. And we grew a lot this last 2 years with my business, but I plan on growing even more. So with expanding comes with investments. So right now we are trying to save as much money as we can, because not only are we wanting to expand our business, I also want to buy a car. So I'm trying my best to be very conscious of our money and where our money is going. Our number one area of where our money is spent is on food. So I'm really excited to see where I can go with this budget and see how much I'm able to save on groceries. But thank you guys again so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm having a lot of fun filming these videos, and I'm so excited to film this type of content. So I really hope you guys are enjoying it. But let me know down in the comments below, with my ingredients that I bought, what are some meals that you think you could whip up with the stuff that I purchased today? I'm kind of curious what you guys are able to make with these type of ingredients. But thanks again guys for watching. I'll see you in part 2 of the meal prepping, and then probably a part 3 of the week's worth of meals that I eat. So I'll see you guys in so many more videos. Bye.